Okay, so I'm back. And I want to talk a little bit about comfort zones and what holds us back. And what are some of the things that we might be able to work on. So there's different things that when I think comfort zone, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Mine is asking someone to host a party. That's my biggest out of my comfort zone. Asking people to join, doing selfies, doing videos, meeting people on the street and talking to them about Posh. Let's see, what are some other comfort zones? Going to events, going to Posh events, meeting new people, new Posh sisters. So let's talk about that. So what is the underlying thing that holds us back? Well, it's fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of not being accepted for who we are. Fear of them saying no. Fear of looking like a fool. Let's see, what are some other fears? Fears of not being heard correctly. Fear of being heard correctly and offending someone. There's a lot of fears that go into it. So let's just break it down. So you may not know this, but I'm actually a shy person. Perfectly Posh has actually helped me break out of my shell, but unless you knew me, I was the quiet wallflower. My first Uncon, I was in the back, baby. I was nowhere. And this year, I was all over it. So, what is different between then and now? Well, I made up my mind. I made up my mind that I was going to do this. And it sounds like a very simple thing, but it's a really powerful thing. Because when you make up your mind and you just say, okay, stop. You can do this. There's no reason why you can't do this. It's easier. If you give yourself permission, it's easier. Okay? The more you do it, it gets easier. So let's talk about different things. Okay, so when I still, to this day, have a hard time asking people to host parties because I don't want to be that pushy person. I don't want to be that salesperson. I don't want to be the pushy, join my team. I just don't want to be that person. That's not what I started. I'm not a salesperson. I never have been. I share my love for the product. And I share the product. That's how I have built my business. So asking someone to host a party or to join my team was a struggle for me. Asking someone to join my team has not a struggle for me anymore. And you know why? Because I love my team. I love all you guys. You guys are fabulous. You teach me and I learn and I grow from you. So the more people I can get on this amazing team, the better, because I want to grow as a person, as a leader, as a salesperson, as a businesswoman. I want to grow. And you all help me do that. So asking someone to join my team is really easy now because we have a fabulous team and it's not scary anymore. I don't mind if they say no, it's not for me. Okay, no problem. No problem. Now, asking someone to host, that's another story. That's really still hard for me because I'm asking someone to let me into their home, to talk to their friends, to their coworkers, to their families. And that's a little bit more, in my opinion, a little bit more personal thing. So I still struggle with that, but I ask. I continue to do it. And there's a graphic, I'll have to find it, that says, I am looking for 100 no's. Does that make sense? 100 no's. You want 100 no's. And you know why? Because that means you've asked 100 people at least. Because not 100 people are going to tell you no. You're going to have people who say yes. It's true. But if someone says no, who cares? You're no worse off than you were before you asked. You don't have to be that pushy person. You don't have to say, oh, well, if you do this, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to give them all that information. You just ask, hey, would you be interested in hosting a pampering session? I would love to come pamper you and some friends. That's it. Leave it in their court. Okay, they'll either say yes or no. If they're going, I don't know, then you proceed and say, well, you know, it's a lot of fun. You get to try all the masks, and I bring everything to you. All you have to do is invite some friends and have some refreshments. That's it. Everything else I bring. So that you just have to learn how to read people. And if they're still kind of then you back off. Then you come at them. You need to write their name down and say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe now's not a good time for you. How about I follow up with you in a couple of weeks and see where you're at? Okay? So, I mean, it's very simple. Recruiting is the same thing. You know, have you ever thought about joining? It's a really great way to make some supplemental income, and let them digest that. That's it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You don't have to overload them. You don't have to say, okay, well, everything's under $25. You have to sell $300 every 6 months, and the 6 months are fixed. And you don't have to give them all that information. That's too much, too much, too much. Just give them the basics. Have you ever thought about joining? It's $99. You get $270 worth of product. Let that sink in. Take a drink, as Sasha said in the training. Take a drink of water. Let that sink in. Okay? So being simple, being genuine is a big, huge step. Okay? Now, something that helped me when I first started was I don't want to say I'm fake because I am not. But I have a posh persona. When I am going to work, or if I'm going to an event, or if I'm talking posh, I click on the switch and I am posh Tammy. And that doesn't mean it's a fake Tammy. It just means I'm in a different place. It's okay to be outgoing. It's okay to be bubbly. It's okay to be a little bit crazy. And then I turn it off when I'm done. As simple as that. And, you know, one of the branding videos, training videos that they did was, you know, don't always wear your posh gear if you're not in the mood. And it's the truth. There are some days when I am haggard, I don't feel well, I just don't want to deal with people. I put my headphones in, I do not wear posh gear, and I just go do my thing. But then there's other days where I brand myself completely to the T, and I go out of my way and say, hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I love your shirt. Or, oh, I just love those shoes. Compliment. That's how you get the conversations started. And I wasn't always that way. It took me a long time to say, it's okay to put on my work Tammy, my posh persona. It's okay to be out there, put myself out there for people to see. And that really helped me. And it's not fake in any way. It's just your mind saying, okay, it's time to go to work. One trick that I learned when I was going to college, I was going for a business certification program, and one of the classes I had was office techniques and trainings, and believe it or not, they taught us how to answer a phone. Most of the time, okay, I might be dating myself, but back in the 90s, It wasn't all automated like it is now. So it was a multi-line, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So one of the things that has always stood out with me in the training was they made us smile. We would sit there, smile, pick up a phone. Smile, pick up a phone. And we would do that. And you know what? It works. It works. And okay, so here's the deal. When you don't smile, you don't sound as approachable or as genuine. But when you smile, it comes off in a totally different tone of voice, and you feel the warmth. You can feel your smile. It's a different set of muscles. It's actually, it really does make a difference. So smile. It is your best weapon, because everything you talk about is not going to come out sounding very bland and textbooky or boring. When you smile and you talk the entire time, you're going to have that little giggle. You're going to have the warmth. You're going to have the approachableness that everyone wants to be involved in. I mean, who wants to be involved with someone who is just very stoic? No. They want to be with the fun group. They want to feel that happiness. They want to be a part of what you have, because you glow. You sound wonderful. You have that love, that warmth that people are attracted to. So use that. Your smile is your best weapon. Now, I say that for another reason, because we had to smile, pick up the phone, smile, pick up the phone. They had us do it over and over and over again. Okay, practice makes perfect. Who has heard that? Okay, find someone to practice on. Find someone who you feel comfortable with, who won't make fun of you. Okay, well, my husband still makes fun of me, but I still feel comfortable with him. You know, have them walk you through it. Have them give you all the answers from yes to no and everywhere in between. Have them come up with arguments as to why not, so that you can think of an answer. Okay? So the more you practice, the better you will be and the more comfortable you will get. There's also something called muscle memory. The more you talk about it, the more your mouth remembers, and it comes out natural. It comes out feeling like you are not fake, or you're not reading it from a textbook. It just feels like you, it is you, and it's 100% you. So those are my tips for trying to get out of your comfort zone. If you are in an area with multiple posh sisters, get together. Get together. Do a joint event together or a joint party. There's strength in numbers. If you feel more comfortable doing that with someone, do that. Have them bounce ideas off of you. Take turns practicing what to say, what the arguments are, and how you can get around that. If you're not in an area with another posh sister, find someone you trust. You know what? You know, make a video. I know, make a video of yourself. Okay, so I know I'm kind of crazy with the whole video thing, but I always wasn't. One of the things that I pretend is that no one's listening. No one's ever going to listen to what I say. No one ever will listen to what I say, so it doesn't really matter what I say. That's how I do my videos. That's how I do my selfies. No one's ever going to look at my selfies. It's okay. I can be as silly as I want because no one's ever going to look at me. No one's ever going to listen to me. It's easier that way. So those are just some suggestions. I hope you learn something, or you can have questions for me. I would love to answer any questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll be upfront and honest with you, but I will certainly find out the answers. So, so let me know. Comment if you have any questions. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.